Hey everybody. Um, I'm thinking about the Luigi game, um, making a demo from it. So I want to see um, what it would take to make um, Luigi jump. So first I have to load this up, and it'll take a second here. If I run this, I go through the Sprite Workshop. Now I have to plug my joystick in. I haven't gotten that hub yet, and I really don't like using the touchpad, but I have to. So there's Luigi, and so let me run this one more time. So, what would it take to make him jump? So, that's the question here. I have a pretty good idea, but I like to take you guys along on the ride sometimes when I can. So I'm going to do that right now. Um, we're going to need about 10 lines of space. Um, I'm going to reserve 10 lines of space. I might not need that much. So I'm going to renumber. And I'm looking at a list on the side here that you can't see. I'm going to renumber and put 10 spaces in. And now we're going to look at those spaces. I'm going to start at 32, list 32 to 49, and you can see that space in there. It stops at 34. So I have the joystick left, right, plugged in. Oh, I just nailed my hand on my desk. I love when I do that. Feels real good on the knuckles, you know what I mean? Ah, jeez. So anyways, I'm going to call this, I have to change the keyboard function again. Um, this emulator is a little tricky. I'm going to call it button. And we're going to go, first we have to define, we're going to use P as it shows. And there goes my emulator problems already. I got to change the keyboard back. If I hit backspace, it I don't know what it does. It drops the line instead of erasing. So anyways, 37 P equals peak 65. What is it? 65 to 80. And that's the button. So it's going to look in that location. If the p-value changes to anything but, I'm not sure what it's at, but if it changes to 254, I believe it might be 255, but if it changes to 254, that's the button location. So if P equals 254, not 255, that means the button's being pressed. Then, what are we going to say here? Then, it's not going to be too hard, hopefully. Let's see what I have up here for left and right. That'll be a guide. Then we'll P copy 4 to 6, which means I erase my 6 palette, and then we actually go there to the 6 palette, okay? But instead of X changing, now we want to see how high we're going to make him jump. We want to make him jump pretty high, so we're going to say y equals y minus 20. It's going to jump pretty high. Okay, up is less, down is more on the y-axis, and then we're just going to put 0 plus x, comma 64 plus y to 24 plus x, comma 94 plus y. And this will be good for more novice programmers, so they could follow along and see how to do this. And even advanced or intermediate, advanced programmers, anybody can watch this. You might have a different technique, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So instead of moving it left or right, it's going to move the sprite up. So we clear the screen by copying our blank screen over what was previously there. Then we go to that location, we decrease y, and we put our sprite with the y variable. You want to put plus because the subtraction or addition will happen here. Be careful of that. The signs, you only want to make sign changes in the variable, not in the graphic, the put. So after we do that, I'm just looking up here. We're good to go. We p-copy it, our image to 2, which is our viewing screen, and then we go to 32. If we list 32, that's our original joystick. Now, if I list, I have to check this, 32 to 49. I have to make sure it's in a loop. 49 is the loop. So let's run this and see if it even works. All right, I'm going to press the button. There he goes. Up. Oh, Jesus. If I hold the button down, he just goes higher and higher. I have to fix that here, I guess. And make y equals 0 because it's not. He's just going higher. And then there's a partition that you can't see right here because of the p-copy page split that I'm using. That presents a problem when you want to do full screen stuff. You have to remember to copy the top and the bottom, but once you get the partition, it goes back to 0 here, right before you hit the partition, and you only have 47, or you'll have a much lesser number. I forgot what it is on this mode. For instance, the bottom here is 94, which usually it's 190. So in this mode, it'll be 94, 0 to 94, 0 to 94, and it's quite hard to adjust for that. You have to remember where that partition is. So let's first address 38, and after we're done with this, before we go to 32, we have to remind the computer to put y back down to 0, so we don't go higher and higher and higher every time we hit the y, the joystick button. Okay, so now I'm just jumping, and we're going back down to 0. Okay, so he's jumping. Problem is, when I hit the button, he just stays up in the air. So, now that could be useful, but we don't want him just up in the air like that. So he's going to have to come back down, and problem with that is, well, we'll have to look at the problem with that. So we're going to have to. The only thing I can really do is in here, we're going to have to go through this routine again. P copy 4 to 6 and hope it all fits on one line. P mode 1 6. And he's going to just jump for a split second and come back down. And this is where we can say y equals 0, and I'll get rid of the other y equals 0. And now we have to go through put 0 plus x, 64 plus y, and eventually I have to change the other joystick to match so we have a correct y-axis every time. 24 plus x, 94 plus y, f, p set, and then p copy 6 to 2. Edit, and then we'll go back to our joystick line. Edit 38. Now I have y equals 0 twice. I need to get rid of the first one, because we're not going to do that. Well, you know what? I could leave the first one and get rid of this one. Either way will work. It's just remembering. It's just for convenience sake here. You want consistency in your programs. And now there's a syntax error in 38 somewhere. Now I have to dig that out. I see it. It says P. It doesn't say P copy. It says PCPY. So let's run this. And there we go. That's fine. That's more like it. So that's all it took to make him jump, guys. Not much, right? Look at I can hold the button down and he just dances, man. He's dancing around. Yoo-hoo! Yeah. So, as you can see, it's not that hard to make a video game. You just have to put the time and effort in. The next thing I need here is he's happy, is I need to make something for him to jump up on top of, and then walk on, like a platform or something. So in order to do that, I'm not going to be able to do that right now. I have to figure out where to put it in. We don't have a graphics. We don't have any graphics yet. That's the problem. I just have a sprite, the joystick. We have to make a graphics screen now. Some sort of, now, how did I do it? graphics screens. So we're going to have to load a graphics screen for the background. And that could take some work, definitely. I have too much stuff in this program because of the mushroom animation and all that. So basically, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I think I'm just going to keep the mushroom and Luigi and get rid of the animation stuff, because that's just getting in the way right now. That's a different program. So let's list. And I have to change the joystick, the keyboard again. Let's list this and see where that starts. I have to get rid of all of that stuff. From 50 on, it's just junk. So delete 50 to delete 50 to 78. Renumber it. I forgot I had 0 in there. That's another thing I have to address, is all this clutter up here. It's there for a reason, so it can stay there, I guess. It just clears all the palettes, all the different screens. I'm not worried about that right now. What I need to do is get some graphics in here, and I have to apply the sprite a certain way too. So I have a little bit of work to do on here. I'm not going to do much more right now. I have to go in a couple of minutes, and this is driving me nuts here. I wish I had Xroar back, but I still haven't heard on that. I have to keep switching between keyboards. And I can't get a list on this. We're gonna say graphics. Oh man, I'm really getting irritated now. Holy Jesus, this is driving me nuts. Literally. Graphics, screens, or screen. That's all I want to put. Now I have to change the keyboard back to a different layout, because not all the functions are there like with Xroar, and it's just depressing. But anyways, we're going to put screen 1, and we're getting a thunderstorm right now. I was wondering what all that noise was outside. I live near like sort of a highway, and there's trucks and things going up and down the hill all the time, and they're really loud sometimes. Dump trucks and stuff going down the hill. They hit the bottom of the hill, and you can hear it's really kind of a dangerous road. But that's not. I thought that's what I was hearing were trucks, but I kept hearing it, and I realized it's thunder. So anyway, let me look at what I did for Tales of Suburbia, which worked really well. I really just need to get into the right P mode, and then we're pretty much good to go. So I'm just going to say, all I really need to say is we're going to need a conditions line. If there are any conditions, and then a P mode line. So conditions, and we're not going to have any right now. And then a P mode line, or simply a screen line. Yeah, it's really getting going out there. Hope the power doesn't go out while I'm doing this, because I'll lose my internet. Actually, I'm not even on the internet right now. I'm just making a recording, so I'll be safe. I have to look at how these things are issued, because it's been a while. The last thing to be issued is the spray. And then I get the screen issue, and I have to P-copy a bunch of stuff. But I think I just need a PCLS. I usually don't do stuff like this. I haven't done this in a while, where I'm doing stuff live, where, you know, creating code live, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I just show you what I've already done. Sometimes I show you how it's done. So I need to find, I guess I'm using PCLS 3. That's the background color. Not really well prepared right now, but we're just going to say we'll call it second floor, not floof. Second floor. And we have to figure out how high our sprite is jumping. Oh, we know it's 40. But 40 from what? So 94 minus 40 is 54. So I think we have to create this floor at 52. So I can't remember all the colors, and I don't have them out. I should take a quick peek at that. And what color do we want our floor to be? I have to look at what color Mario is, or Luigi is first. His feet are orange, so we don't want it to be anything but, we want it to be something other than orange. It's probably going to be white, or we have magenta as the background, which is a light purple. This is orange. This is white. So cayenne is the only thing that's left, and that's his skin color. I'm not really sure. On this emulator, it's different than XRoar. I guess these are true colors. Cayenne appears to be sort of a really light blue, greenish blue something. So it's either white. We'll make it white. Let's just make it easy. We'll make it white. Now, it's not hitting these graphics yet because of the loop, and I changed the structure of the program. we'll just say color 1, not that far, and then line 0, 52 to 254, 52, piece set, here we'll P copy 2 to 4, so now 4, instead of being a blank screen, we'll have our graphics on it. And then I need to P copy 4 to 6. Or I don't even need to go that far. Just 2 to 4 should be enough. Because in the joystick, we do 4 to 6. So that should be good enough. And then I need to get the sprite on there. And get the sprite on there and get the screen on there. So 50 is Luigi. I think that's how you spell it. Yeah, we're really getting a nasty storm. Lots of thunder and lightning out there. Not much rain yet. I'm looking at my list here. And it just disappeared. Zero plus X, 64 plus Y, 2, 24 plus X, 94 plus Y, comma F, comma P set. Now that'll put him in his proper place instead of me having to move the joystick. And then after all this is done, then we don't P copy anymore because our sprite is independent. We just hit a P mode 1. And then we issue our screen. I think that's the way to do it. At least it's the way it looks. And then we're going to go to 32. So basically, I need to list this out, and we need to take out, or change the keyboard again. I need to, holy crap, Jesus. All right, I need to find where 31, okay? Son of a bitch, this thing. Sorry, guys. List 31 to... list 31 to 35. Instead of having this screen here, it's going to be load screen or load graphics. And we're going to go to wherever our graphics started. I can't remember what line that was. So let me list it again. Go to... I can't stand this. You know, I can't even get this to stop listing. It's so aggravating. I'm not even kidding. This is ridiculous. Go to 41. Oh my God, this is so annoying. List 30 to 35. Alright, now we should get a graphic. And our sprite is in the right place. And I don't know why it's doing this. But we're getting a wicked thunderstorm. It's starting to get a little scary. I don't know why it's skipping around like that. Something's not right. It's going to the wrong number, wrong line number, and I can barely list this at all. I have a new keyboard, and the key travel is really limited, and it makes it hard to press simultaneous buttons, and so I can hardly list this, and it's getting frustrating. I need to make sure I'm going to 33, but I can't list it. List 30 to list 20. This is so bad. I've never had this many problems before. List 30 to 40. So we're good there. It should work now. There we go. Sprite is in the right place, and now we have our upper level. But you can't jump that high. I don't know why. I did 94 minus 40. Is 54. Oh, this is so aggravating. I can't focus on my program because the damn list feature, you know, I don't know why it's like this. Like, you have to press 2 buttons. I can't even focus on my program. Oh my God, this is making it literally impossible to get to where I need to get to. Ridiculous. Why? Oh, I see what the problem is. I only did y minus 20. It should be y minus 40. Or I gotta move the line down. Let's run this again. Alright, there he goes. But his foot is still, he's not getting above that line. So it needs to come down a little. I moved it in the wrong direction. I should draw the line. I should draw the line on 56. I moved it in the wrong direction. Now, this is what I go through when I write programs behind the scenes. You guys just don't see this part, but it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? So now he gets right on top of that line. Now all we need to do is keep him up there, and he'll get to that next level up there. But I'm going to have to end this video here. The weather's getting really bad, and I have to make sure there aren't any thunderstorm warnings and things like that. And so I will check in with you guys again soon. I'm making videos almost every day now. I have a lot of free time off for the entire month of August. So I just wanted to share with you how to actually make video games and stuff. It's not that hard. The only problem I'm having is the list feature. It's horrible right now because of, I don't know if it's the emulator timing or what, but I can't list it whatsoever. So it's pretty frustrating as a programmer. It takes away from your concentration. But anyways, I'll have to manage that somehow. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Is there another way to list besides, not to list, to pause the list? You have to press Shift Add. And it's hard. I don't know why they didn't have a pause button or something, on the computer. I don't see anything like that on the emulator, pause list or anything like that. There's a pause resume. Not sure what that means. Let me check that out real quick. Let's try listing, and then I have to hit pause resume. I don't know what that's going to do. I can't do a drop down and get in there at the same time quick enough, so that's not going to do any good. But I can use F9. This keyboard is really limited, and I can barely even see where F9 is, let alone press F9. So let's see if that works. Nope. Jesus. I almost lost you guys there. It says pause resume F9, but when I hit F9, I go into a browser window. So still doesn't work. No matter what I do here, so I don't know. I'll have to work it out some other way. So I'm going to end this video here, and so I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.